Jepang, mendaftar beasiswa, dan melamar pekerjaan di perusahaan Jepang. Itu dia tadi penjelasan untuk kelas bahasa di Wandaya College. Tertarik untuk mengikuti kelas HSK, JLPT, dan kelas SAT? Kami tunggu kamu di Wandaya College.
Hai, selamat datang di kelas Olimpiade Wardaya. Kelas ini diperuntukkan untuk teman-teman yang ada di jenjang SD, SMP, dan SMA. Ayo, kelas apa aja yang kita punya di SD? Jadi di SD itu kita punya kelas Olimpiade Matematika dan juga kelas Olimpiade Science. Nah, dan juga selain itu kita juga punya game yang diadakan setiap spring, summer, dan juga winter. Bagaimana dengan SMP? Dengan SMP kurang lebih sama, tapi tambahannya adalah kita punya kelas Olimpiade IPS. Nah, dan juga SMA udah mulai pecahan dari beberapa kelas sains. Jadi kita punya astronomi, kita punya kimia, biologi, fisika, kita punya komputer dan juga matematika. Selain itu kita juga punya kelas Olimpiade IPS. Jadi kalau teman-teman pengen bergabung dengan kelas Olimpiade Wardaya, boleh kami tunggu di Wardaya College. Sistem pembelajaran di Wardaya College itu cukup menyenangkan karena selain kita dijelaskan materi secara mendalam, kita juga akan diajarkan bagaimana strategi pemecahan masalah dan ide-ide terkait, dan juga akan dikasih tahu sumber-sumber yang teman-teman bisa pelajari dari internet. Oke, kami tunggu ya. Dadah.
Hai semuanya, selamat datang di SMA Wardaya. SMA Wardaya berlokasi di Taman Ratu Indah Blok F13, Jakarta Barat, DKI Jakarta. Bagi kamu yang ingin belajar di SMA Wardaya, kami memiliki fasilitas pendukung seperti laboratorium fisika, laboratorium biologi, laboratorium kimia, dan laboratorium komputer. Bagi kamu yang di luar kota atau di luar Jakarta, kamu jangan khawatir. Kami memiliki fasilitas asrama putra dan asrama putri. Selain asrama, kami juga memiliki fasilitas lapangan yang luas yang bisa kamu gunakan untuk bermain basket, bola, voli, badminton, atau lain sebagainya. Dan terakhir, kami memiliki fasilitas kantin yang memiliki makanan 4 sehat, 5 sempurna. SMA Wardaya mengkolaborasikan 3 kurikulum. Yang pertama, kurikulum nasional atau kurikulum merdeka. Yang kedua, kurikulum internasional atau Cambridge A-Level. Yang ketiga, kurikulum peminatan seperti kelas olimpiade dan kelas profesional. Sama seperti sekolah pada umumnya, SMA Wardaya juga memiliki kegiatan ekstrakurikuler seperti kegiatan profesional, data science and artificial intelligence, finance and actuarial science, digital marketing dan entrepreneurship, dan terakhir kelas penelitian atau research. Yang kedua, kegiatan ekstrakurikuler olimpiade terdiri dari Olimpiade Matematika, Olimpiade Fisika, Olimpiade Kimia, Olimpiade Biologi, Olimpiade Ekonomi, Olimpiade Komputer, dan Olimpiade Astronomi. Yang terakhir, kegiatan ekstrakurikuler olahraga terdiri dari futsal, basket, taekwondo, dan lain-lain. Beberapa siswa-siswi SMA Wardaya telah meraih prestasi di bidang akademik. Berikut daftar nama-nama siswa-siswi SMA Wardaya yang telah meraih prestasi. Bagi teman-teman yang ingin mendaftar di SMA Wardaya, dapat mengunjungi link berikut ini.
Terkadang kita sudah punya daftar universitas impian kita, namun kita juga sadar bahwa untuk meraih itu, kita memerlukan persiapan yang matang dan tempat belajar yang serius. Memperkenalkan, kelas persiapan kuliah dari Wardaya College. Kelas persiapan kuliah terdiri dari kelas enrichment, kelas pre-talk, kelas pre-class, kelas, dan kelas top unit. Kelas enrichment. Kelas ini ditujukan bagi kamu yang masih SMA di kelas 10 atau SMP kelas 9. Tujuannya, agar kamu lebih mengenal materi yang harus dikuasai dalam seleksi masuk universitas di dalam dan di luar negeri. kelas Pre-Top dan kelas Pre-Trace. Dirancang untuk kamu yang mengincar universitas unggulan luar negeri, dan dalam kelas ini menggunakan kurikulum Cambridge International GCES Level. Kelas Pre-Trace dirancang untuk kamu yang mengincar universitas dalam negeri, dan kelas ini menggunakan kurikulum nasional. PINIF adalah kelas dengan kurikulum Cambridge International dan dikhususkan A-Level. Kelas ini ditujukan untuk kelas 11 dan kelas 12. Sedangkan kelas TRAS menggunakan kurikulum nasional yang lebih mendalam. Di kelas persiapan kuliah ini juga memiliki kelas persiapan IELTS dan SAT dan juga kelas IGCSE. Dimulai sejak sekarang, persiapkan diri kamu dengan matang agar kamu dapat meraih universitas impian kamu.
Hai, selamat datang di kelas bahasa. Buat kamu yang ingin meningkatkan kemampuan dalam bahasa Mandarin, bahasa Inggris, dan bahasa Jepang, kelas bahasa adalah pilihan yang tepat. Mari kita lihat apa saja yang ada di kelas bahasa. Kelas HSK. Di kelas ini, kamu tidak akan hanya diajarkan bagaimana mendengarkan, berbicara, membaca, serta menulis bahasa Mandarin dengan benar dan baik, tapi kamu juga akan diarahkan untuk menempuh ujian sertifikasi HSK atau ujian kemampuan bahasa Mandarin. Semua peserta ujian HSK dari kelas ini lulus 100% loh. Kamu juga dapat mengikuti kelas ini dari mana saja, karena kelas ini dilangsungkan secara online. Kelas SAT. Kelas ini dirancang untuk mempersiapkan siswa dalam menempuh ujian SAT. Biasanya, nilai SAT menjadi persyaratan masuk universitas, mendaftar beasiswa, dan melamar pekerjaan di perusahaan internasional. Kelas ini juga dilakukan secara online. Kelas JLPT. Nah, kelas ini dirancang khusus untuk kamu yang ingin menempuh ujian JLPT atau ujian sertifikasi kemampuan bahasa Jepang. Sertifikat JLPT dapat digunakan untuk melanjutkan jenjang studi pendidikan di Jepang, mendaftar beasiswa, dan melamar pekerjaan di perusahaan Jepang. Itu dia tadi penjelasan untuk kelas bahasa di Wandaya College. Tertarik untuk mengikuti kelas HSK, JLPT, dan kelas SAT? Kami tunggu kamu di Wandaya College.
Hai, selamat datang di kelas Olimpiade Wardaya. Kelas ini diperuntukkan untuk teman-teman yang ada di jenjang SD, SMP, dan SMA. Ayo, kelas apa aja yang kita punya di SD? Jadi di SD itu kita punya kelas Olimpiade Matematika dan juga kelas Olimpiade Sains. Nah, dan juga selain itu kita juga punya camp yang diadakan setiap spring, summer, dan juga winter. Bagaimana dengan SMP? Dengan SMP kurang lebih sama, tapi tambahannya adalah kita punya kelas Olimpiade IPS. Nah, dan juga SMA udah mulai pecahan dari beberapa kelas sains. Jadi kita punya astronomi, kita punya kimia, biologi, fisika, kita punya komputer dan juga matematika. Selain itu kita juga punya kelas Olimpiade IPS. Jadi kalau teman-teman pengen bergabung dengan kelas Olimpiade Wardaya, boleh kami tunggu di Wardaya College. Sistem pembelajaran di Wardaya College itu cukup menyenangkan karena selain kita dijelaskan materi secara mendalam, kita juga akan diajarkan bagaimana strategi pemecahan masalah dan ide-ide terkait, dan juga akan dikasih tahu sumber-sumber yang teman-teman bisa pelajari dari internet. Oke, kami tunggu ya. Dadah.
Hai semuanya, selamat datang di SMA Wardaya. SMA Wardaya berlokasi di Taman Ratu Indah Blok F13, Jakarta Barat, DKI Jakarta. Bagi kamu yang ingin belajar di SMA Wardaya, kami memiliki fasilitas pendukung seperti laboratorium fisika, laboratorium biologi, laboratorium kimia, dan laboratorium komputer. Bagi kamu yang di luar kota atau di luar Jakarta, kamu jangan khawatir. Kami memiliki fasilitas asrama putra dan asrama putri. Selain asrama, kami juga memiliki fasilitas lapangan yang luas yang bisa kamu gunakan untuk bermain basket, bola, voli, badminton, atau lain sebagainya. Dan terakhir, kami memiliki fasilitas kantin yang memiliki makanan 4 sehat 5 sempurna. SMA Wardaya mengkolaborasikan 3 kurikulum. Yang pertama, kurikulum nasional atau kurikulum merdeka. Yang kedua, kurikulum internasional atau Cambridge A-Level. Yang ketiga, kurikulum peminatan seperti kelas olimpiade dan kelas profesional. Sama seperti sekolah pada umumnya, SMA Wardaya juga memiliki kegiatan ekstrakurikuler seperti kegiatan profesional, data science and artificial intelligence, finance and actuarial science, digital marketing dan entrepreneurship, dan terakhir kelas penelitian atau research. Yang kedua, kegiatan ekstrakurikuler Olimpiade terdiri dari Olimpiade Matematika, Olimpiade Fisika, Olimpiade Kimia, Olimpiade Biologi, Olimpiade Ekonomi, Olimpiade Komputer, dan Olimpiade Astronomi. Yang terakhir, kegiatan ekstrakurikuler olahraga terdiri dari futsal, basket, taekwondo, dan lain-lain. Beberapa siswa-siswi SMA Wardaya telah meraih prestasi di bidang akademik. Berikut daftar nama-nama siswa-siswi SMA Wardaya yang telah meraih prestasi. Bagi teman-teman yang ingin mendaftar di SMA Wardaya, dapat mengunjungi link berikut ini.
Terkadang kita sudah punya daftar universitas impian kita, namun kita juga sadar bahwa untuk meraih itu, kita memerlukan persiapan yang matang dan tempat belajar yang serius. Memperkenalkan, kelas persiapan kuliah dari Wardaya College. Kelas persiapan kuliah terdiri dari kelas enrichment, kelas pre-talk, kelas pre-class, kelas, dan kelas top unit. Kelas enrichment. Kelas ini ditujukan bagi kamu yang masih SMA di kelas 10 atau SMP kelas 9. Tujuannya, agar kamu lebih mengenal materi yang harus dikuasai dalam seleksi masuk universitas di dalam dan di luar negeri. Kelas pre-talk dan kelas pre-trust dirancang untuk kamu yang mengincar universitas unggulan luar negeri, dan dalam kelas ini menggunakan kurikulum Cambridge International GCES Level. Kelas pre-trust dirancang untuk kamu yang mengincar universitas dalam negeri, dan kelas ini menggunakan kurikulum nasional yang diperdalam. Selanjutnya, kelas trust dan kelas top unit. Kelas top unit adalah kelas dengan kurikulum Cambridge International dan dikhususkan A-level. Kelas ini ditujukan untuk kelas 11 dan kelas 12. Sedangkan kelas trust menggunakan kurikulum nasional yang lebih mendalam. Di kelas persiapan kuliah ini juga memiliki kelas persiapan IELTS dan SAT dan juga kelas IBCSM. Dimulai sejak sekarang, persiapkan diri kamu dengan matang agar kamu dapat meraih universitas impian kamu.
Hai, selamat datang di kelas bahasa. Buat kamu yang ingin meningkatkan kemampuan dalam bahasa Mandarin, bahasa Inggris, dan bahasa Jepang, kelas bahasa adalah pilihan yang tepat. Mari kita lihat apa saja yang ada di kelas bahasa. Kelas HSK. Di kelas ini, kamu tidak akan hanya diajarkan bagaimana mendengarkan, berbicara, membaca, serta menulis bahasa Mandarin dengan benar dan baik, tapi kamu juga akan diarahkan untuk menempuh ujian sertifikasi HSK atau ujian kemampuan bahasa Mandarin. Semua peserta ujian HSK dari kelas ini lulus 100% loh. Kamu juga dapat mengikuti kelas ini dari mana saja, karena kelas ini dilangsungkan secara online. Kelas SAT. Kelas ini dirancang untuk mempersiapkan siswa dalam menempuh ujian SAT. Biasanya, nilai SAT menjadi persyaratan masuk universitas, mendaftar beasiswa, dan melamar pekerjaan di perusahaan internasional. Kelas ini juga dilakukan secara online. Kelas JLPT. Nah, kelas ini dirancang khusus untuk kamu yang ingin menempuh ujian JLPT atau ujian sertifikasi kemampuan bahasa Jepang. Sertifikat JLPT dapat digunakan untuk melanjutkan jenjang studi pendidikan di Jepang, mendaftar beasiswa, dan melamar pekerjaan di perusahaan Jepang. Itu dia tadi penjelasan untuk kelas bahasa di Wardaya College. Tertarik untuk mengikuti kelas HSK, JLPT, dan kelas SAT? Kami tunggu kamu di Wardaya College.
Hai, selamat datang di kelas Olimpiade Wardaya. Kelas ini diperuntukkan untuk teman-teman yang ada di jenjang SD, SMP, dan SMA. Kelas Olimpiade Matematika dan juga kelas Olimpiade Science. Nah, dan juga selain itu kita juga punya game yang diadakan setiap spring, summer, dan juga winter. Bagaimana dengan SMP? Dengan SMP kurang lebih sama, tapi tambahannya adalah kita punya kelas Olimpiade IPS. Nah, dan juga SMA udah mulai pecahan dari beberapa kelas sains. Jadi kita punya astronomi, kita punya kimia, biologi, fisika, kita punya komputer dan juga matematika. Selain itu kita juga punya kelas Olimpiade IPS. Jadi kalau teman-teman pengen bergabung dengan kelas Olimpiade Wadaya, boleh kami tunggu di Wadaya College. Sistem pembelajaran di Wadaya College itu cukup menyenangkan karena selain kita dijelaskan materi secara mendalam, kita juga akan diajarkan bagaimana strategi pemecahan masalah dan ide-ide terkait, dan juga akan dikasih tahu sumber-sumber yang teman-teman bisa pelajari dari internet. Oke, kami tunggu ya. Dadah.
Hai semuanya, selamat datang di SMA Wardaya. SMA Wardaya berlokasi di Taman Ratu Indah Blok F13, Jakarta Barat, DKI Jakarta. Bagi kamu yang ingin belajar di SMA Wardaya, kami memiliki fasilitas pendukung seperti laboratorium fisika, laboratorium biologi, laboratorium kimia, dan laboratorium komputer. Bagi kamu yang di luar kota atau di luar Jakarta, kamu jangan khawatir. Kami memiliki fasilitas asrama putra dan asrama putri. Selain asrama, kami juga memiliki fasilitas lapangan yang luas yang bisa kamu gunakan untuk bermain basket, bola, voli, badminton, atau lain sebagainya. Dan terakhir, kami memiliki fasilitas kantin yang memiliki makanan 4 sehat, 5 sempurna. SMA Wardaya mengkolaborasikan 3 kurikulum. Yang pertama, kurikulum nasional atau kurikulum merdeka. Yang kedua, kurikulum internasional atau Cambridge A-Level. Yang ketiga, kurikulum peminatan seperti kelas olimpiade dan kelas profesional.
Oke, halo semua. Hi everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to this trial class. So this is a trial class. So mostly we will discuss what to do. Okay, I'm going to give you some trial class on how to do SAT test. So I want to highlight that the SAT test we will be having is the digital one, not the paper one. So since 2022, SAT used a new mode, which is digital SAT. So we do not use the paper one. Okay. So before we start, let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Teduh. I am the SAT teacher at Wadaya College. Yeah. So I have been teaching for about more than 8 years since 2016. And my study focused on curriculum modifications. So, yep, I have been teaching SAT since 2019. So it's already 6 years. Okay, so for today, we are going to wait. Let me put my headset first. Wait. Give me 1 minute to adjust my headset first. Yeah, only 1 minute. So. Okay. Check everyone. Can you hear me well? Give me some sign if you hear me well. Everyone, can you hear me? Bisa dengar nggak? Can you chat me or give something? Okay, thank you, Emma. Okay, so let's start with the SAT. So again, so in our class, we are using the newest book guidance. This is from Princeton. It's published in 2025. So again, the thing that we will be giving is from the real all the trusted book, and we always have like developed the bank questions. Okay, so we only focus on the English one, not the math. Okay, so in SAT, in the digital SAT, you have two modules. Okay, and in each modules in English, you have 27 questions. So in 22 questions, you have two modules. So in total, you will have 54 questions. Okay. In 54 questions, you will have 64 minutes. So in one question, okay, you need to do it not more than 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes. Because why? It is adapted. So if you do well on the S8 module 1, so you will be having a harder questions. Let me highlight this. If you did well on your module 1, you would have difficult questions in module 2. But this is a good a way, because why? Your score would be higher, because once you made a lot of mistake in the module 1, so your module 2 was easier and the score would be lower. Okay, before we discuss the questions on and how you answer the questions, and we dissect the type of the questions. Okay, I would like to show you on how SAT assess your score. Okay. So right now, the assessment would be like this one. Let me say you the scoring rubric. So this is how new SAT assess you. I want to focus on the English first. So for examples, you make a 7 mistake. Let's say 7 mistake on the module 1. Okay, and you make for about, let's say 19. So your score is quite high. Okay, even though that you can improve this. So 580. But when we take a look on this one, let's see like this one. Okay, it is lower. Okay, so again, it is better to do well on your module 1. Okay, now we already know some of the questions. Let's take a look on the type of the questions. So I intentionally use the paper questions. Usually we will have the digital one, but later on when you join the course, so you will experience on how to do the digital one. Okay, so this will make us easier to scroll up and down to focus on several questions. Okay, let's go back. So again, you have 22 questions in the first module, and you only have for about 32 minutes. So in 32 minutes, you will have first a text, okay, a mini text, questions, and the options. Mini text, questions, and options. So in the reading, okay, this name is reading and writing. This has your criticality. It's not just reading comprehensions. So again, if you find some the text that is longer, like for example, this is longer, skip the test first. Okay, skip the questions. Take a look on the easiest questions. Okay, because some of the questions you can answer for about 30 questions. Okay, 30 questions to 30 seconds to 2 minutes. So if you drain your questions on the hardest one and you only focus on that questions, you will miss everything. Okay, choose the easiest one. So the easiest one is vocabulary because they always have some keys. Okay. We have also the, what is it? We have also the grammar, which is easy as well. So do this type of question first. Okay, do type of this question first. Skip some reading that drain your time. Okay. Now, what are there in SAT? You will have first you will have the vocabulary sessions. Okay, so it has your vocabulary, and after that you will have we call this comprehension questions. So mostly talk about the purpose of a text, and you will have this is a textual two texts. Okay, two texts, and then you this is also textual questions, and you will have data questions. You will have written questions. This is about grammar or rhetoric, and you will have the lastly is like research questions. Okay, so if you are familiar with this test design, it will save your time. Okay, it will save your time. Now we would like to have some practice on how to deal with the SAT question. So what you are going to do is just focus on the questions first. Okay, you have for about 3 seconds to take a look. Oh, this is a vocabulary question. So you might do it for about under 45 minutes. Seconds. So first of all, read the questions. So the question says, later on in your computer, you will have the highlight tools, yeah, to highlight the text. So it says, complete the text. So why I cannot make some corrections here? Complete the text, okay, with most logical and precise word phrases. So SAT is really tricky. Why is it, Kak Teduh? Why is it tricky? Because the option first talk about the synonym. Okay, later on you will find this in the reading text. Okay, they will have a similar correct answer, or I can say the identical one. Okay, second, they will have the antonym. Oh, this is the contrast. Okay, they will also have the random choice. Okay, this will have the right answer. So the test SAT test takers are tricky. Okay, so when for example you just skim and scan and without having some active reading, so you may answer the identical one, but it's not the right answer. Identical what I put in here. Or if you think that you are desperate, you may get the random answers. So Kak Teduh, how to answer the right questions? First, you need to have what we may call it as first active reading. Okay. Second is the keys or cues. Okay. Lastly is eliminations. Okay, eliminations. So we will practice one by one. So first, read the question first. So the question is complete the reading text. Logical, precise words or free. So it's assiduous, active, monotonous, remote. Okay, when you take a look on this, so there are some questions that has some options that has strong sense. Okay, so this probably all correct. So you need to read carefully. So it's about volcano. Okay, located blah 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 areas. So every options are possible. Therefore, okay, so again, you need to highlight the keys. Therefore, shows the conclusions. Okay, so usually SAT has these cues. Let me highlight. SAT has these cues to indicate the right answer. After you say therefore, so you need to take a look on what is the words or meaning preceding this statement. The risk of loss of human life in the event of an eruption is minimal. So again, this is a minimal. Okay, so it's minimal. And therefore shows the conclusions. Hazardous, okay, so this is the contrast. So minimal and hazardous is not. Okay, so it is better for you to make the eliminations because later on you will find two options that are identical. Which one? The one is the correct one, the other is the identical one. Now, active area. Okay, so this is kind of, I could say, the random choice. Okay, so it's not. Mountainous, maybe. Okay, a remote is maybe. Okay, so look at this one. There are always two options that are identical. So which one is it? So the risk of loss of human life. So this talk about the results of something. So remote areas is the right answer. Mountainous is logical, but it is not the right answer. Okay, so be careful about this kind of thing. It also happens with two, yeah? Let's take a look. So this is the most logical, okay? The logical one, yeah? So again, it doesn't say the near synonym or something. It says logical one, okay? It's logic. The logic is here is therefore. Let's take a look. So however, here is the key. Okay, let's take a look. This talk about put HD. Okay, important contributions. Be careful later on in SAT you will encounter, we call it appositions. What is appositions? Apposition is like the explanations of the subject or like phrases like this one, taking view, blah, blah, blah. So SAT has more like this one to confuse the test taker. But contributions to the images movement, taking blah, blah, blah view. Okay. However, this shows contradictions. Okay. This shows contradictions. She wrote in a variety of forms. So again, variety of forms. Okay. If expansive, okay, this is the contrast because it says however. So it may not. Okay. Limited, probably because it says blah 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 view, but it is variety of form. So it shows the contradictions. Probably. Imaginative. So this is kind of the case of mountainous like this one. Okay. But later on, you would see that this is the identical questions. Complicated is just the random choice. Okay. So between limited and imaginative, take a look at the word logical. So it is variety of forms and it is connected by however. So again, this is more on limited rather than imaginative. Okay. So this is how new SAT works. So previously in the paper SAT, you will have one long text for about 2 pages. Okay, so the length can reach for about 1,000 words. But right now, SAT is a new SAT, which is the digital one, only has mini text, questions, options. Okay. Now, before we continue, any questions? If you have any questions, just type on the chat and I will highlight the answers. Okay. Now, we may not be able to address all the questions here. So I only focus on the essential one, and later on I will have more Q&A rather than explanations. Now, let's take a look on the, okay, so this is a quite short text. Okay, so again, the choice says that best describe the function of the second sentence. Functions. Let's take a look about this one. See, since this one, scientists, you will have like this to confuse you. But again, only focus on the what is being discussed. So this is 15. Okay, so REM, or rapid eye movement, is being discussed. Someone is sleeping. So this talk about REM. And previous studies attempting to determine the meaning of this eye movements have been unsuccessful. Okay, in the part because these studies relied on human subjects. Okay, these studies relied on human subjects recalling the content of their dreams. A recent study by physiologists Yuta Senzai and Massimo has avoided this issue. Okay, what kind of issue? The issue of this. Okay, by studying dreaming mice instead. So previously using human, now using mice. And let's take a look. It names a problem in the approach taken by Senzai and Scanziani. So it names a problem. The problem is mentioned. Okay. The approach is mentioned here. It's the method, but it is not named. So this is how tricky SAT, new digital SAT, even though that is more concise, simpler, yet more challenging. Okay, so this is the thing that I like from SAT, because why? Though it is shorter and simpler, it really tests your criticality. Okay. Now, let's take a look. It introduces the difficulty that the study by Zensai and Ziadi was designed to pay has. Okay. So it introduced the difficulty. Okay, is there any difficulty? Yes, the difficulty is mentioned. Okay, so it uses human. And the data was taken from how they recall the contents of the dream. And this is a wants to bypass using mice. So it can, but you cannot answer this first. You need to do some eliminations. It presents the findings of studies done prior to the study. Okay, this is tempting. This might be the answer because what it satisfies both. It presents the findings of the studies, but this is not presenting the findings. But you can say, okay, this probably, okay, it clarifies how other study interpret the study by Zensai. Okay, so it's a little bit the random questions because what? It doesn't clarify anything, yeah? Okay, now this is between B and C. Okay, before we discuss the answer here, or I tell the answer, what's probably the choice? Anyone just check the answer? I give you 5 seconds. Okay, got it? Okay, so the answer is B, not C. Why? It is not talking about the findings. It talks about the problems rather than the finding. So B is the right choice. Okay, B is the right choice. Okay, B is the right choice. Yep, nice. So this is how tricky it is. So again, you need to take a look carefully, okay, and then do eliminations. Okay, so number 4, okay, is also the same thing, yeah. So they will have more variations. Okay, let's take a look this number 4. I give you for about 1 minute. Can you guess what is the answer? Okay, 1 minute only, yeah. I will set the time 1 minute. Okay, try to do number 4. Okay, thumbs up. So anyone, can you suggest some options? The answer is okay to make a mistake because SAT is tricky. Okay, any suggestions about the answer? Anyone? Okay, probably from Eddie, Andrew, Emma here. Oh, we have this. Okay, C, there is a C answer. Okay, any other? Okay, let's see again. It's okay. There is some questions mark A, probably. Anyone? Okay. It could be DOC. C is looks clear. Okay, let's discuss. This is how tricky SAT is. The question here is describe the functions. Okay, so it's about electroreceptions. Okay, again, SAT, all the options, okay, look identical. Look identical. So let's see. Okay, it could be A or C. Okay, A or C, but I choose C. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, now electroreception is the ability, blah blah blah. So the focus is electroreceptions, yeah. So this is the definitions, and this is some of the examples, and there is one. However, so this is talk about the exceptions, okay, contradictions with the previous explanations. And it says electroreception is not limited to fish. Metronomes, a group of mammals, include platypus, blah, blah, blah. Okay. This is also that has this electroreceptions, yeah, and also bees. Now, it generalizes the phenomenon discussed beyond fish. So it's probably, okay, because the word fish, beyond fish. And it offers another explanations of electroreceptions that is different from the explanations of how used. So it's not, because it's only however, electroreception is not limited to fish. Okay, so it provides more examples of animals with electroreceptions. It's probably, okay, there is a more examples. This is not discussed. Okay, so between A and C. So this is the good thing if you do some eliminations, especially if you can cross out the random choice. Okay, so it says, let's take a look on A first. It generalizes the phenomenon. Yes, it's right. The phenomenon is electroreceptions. It's not too limited to fish. It can be any animals. And it's not mentioned here what kind of animals. Okay, so A is 70% right. Now let's take a look on C. More examples. It doesn't say what examples of animals. The animals here is are not mentioned. What kind of animals are there in this sentence? There is no animals mentioned. So it is A rather than C. Okay, so this is how I highlight these choices, everyone. So you will always face this kind of uh, options. Okay, so there will be one options that looks identical. Or I can say that is false friend. Yeah. Okay, so it's like a similar to the right answer, but it's not. It's too far if we analyze the questions. Okay. So again, if you have any questions to address, feel free to chat. I do love questions. Okay. Okay. So again, the in this text, okay. So you need to take a look again. Not just you cannot do like the questions in TOEFL, okay? Because the TOEFL is text-based or IELTS reading. Because in SAT, you need to take a look the interconnectivity between sentences. Yep, you need to see what is the functions here. It says only this sentence, so you cannot use all of your perspective. Oh, it's also include this. No. If, for example, C is correct if this is being highlighted. So this is only this sentence. So you need to take a look what is the functions of that particular sentence only. Okay. So if, for example, you have some questions like, so yep, again, you need to understand the functions, because the function says that this sentence, okay, is for what, or what is the purpose of this sentence. So the purpose is not to provide examples, but is to generalize the phenomenon. Okay. So sometimes you will have a longer text. If you want to know how to beat this type of questions, okay, you may join us. We will be opening a new SAT course preparatory, okay, in July. It would be on the second week of July. So you still have more holidays, okay, before take this course. And again, this course will provide you not only with tips and strategies, not only with the resources, but you can understand and have a criticality to assess some readings. Okay, and the prep course that we have will address both math and SAT, and the SAT questions would be taken from the newest versions. So it is not paper-based versions. It is digital SAT, and you will be having for 3 to 4 simulations from digital one. Okay, we will be giving you the code and the email, and you can access the newest digital SAT questions. So the questions that you will be having on SAT would be like this one. Okay, so mostly it's shorter. Okay, it is simpler and yet more challenging. Okay, so we have some data, we will have some grammar, and probably this is one of your pet Noah. Okay, I love the word pet Noah. Yeah? Pet Noah is enemy. So grammar question, because why? SAT uses strict grammatical rules, okay, or grammar books. So some of the rules may contradict with the UK grammar system. Okay, in the grammar in the UK, I remember one questions in 2020. So there is a questions like this one: the bees, comma the bees, comma ants, and verbs. Okay, or bees, comma, ends, and verbs. So that's all the choice. It's tricky. Okay. So these are the choice that I could recall, yeah. So which one do you think is the correct one? Is it A or B? Can you type? It is A or B. Which one is the correct one? Can you try A? Okay, nice. Do A. Anyone? Is it A or B? Okay, A. Okay. So the answer, yeah, is A. Okay. Yeah, everyone. Okay, there is a B as well. Okay. So if you or A, good luck, you get the right answer. But if you answer B, it does not mean that you fail to answer these questions. B, we call it Oxford comma. So it is a system used in Oxford, yeah. So B is actually correct. Okay, if we use Oxford comma, but A is a better one or the best one because it is using American system. Okay, so again, the the British will use B. It's not British. It's actually Oxford. Yeah, and the Oxford comma is B, but it is A. So we use American grammatical system. Okay, so let's try. Okay. Now I give you for about probably 1 minute to answer these tricky questions. Number 18. Before we have Q&A sessions. Okay, I give you for about 30 seconds. Okay, to answer this. Try. Okay. Can you guess what is the answer? Okay. Yep. Yep, it's A, yeah, it's A. So be careful about this kind of grammar. So we have the subject here, we have the verb, and we have again the subject and verb here. So if you use without comma, without stop, that would be redundant. So the correct answer is A. So usually we will you will be trained on how to answer this type of questions under 30 seconds. So words and grammar, that would be 30 seconds. You will be having training for that. And you will have for about 90 seconds for longer text. Okay. So again, this is the thing that we will be teaching you. So when you join our course in July, that is on the second week of July, you will be equipped with the skills on how to beat SAT reading and English. So I think this is the thing that I can present. If you want to, on for all the complete sessions will be discussed during the meeting. So any questions so far regarding SAT test or SAT course that we will be having on the second week of July? Again, don't worry, yeah. Our teachers are really professionals. At least they hold master degree from prestigious university. Mine is from the University of Edinburgh, so I take language education. So, yep, I analyze text for the whole of my life. Okay. So, any questions? I do love questions. If you are shy, okay, just drop it on the chat. Any questions? Ada pertanyaan? Everyone? Any questions so far? No questions? Okay. So I want to highlight, Kak, how long the SAT course would be. So the SAT course would be for about 3.5 months to 4 months. So we will start in July, okay, and until October. And once you finish your SAT prep class, we will help you to register the class either on November, either in November or December. So again, SAT test is not opened every month. So there is a specific month. So this course on July, in July, will prepare you for SAT in November and December. Oke, Yap, boleh, Pak, ada pertanyaan dari Pak Sleo, Kak Ibu Sleo nih. Oke, maybe Kak Selo, ada pertanyaan? Oke, so di digital SAT itu secara umum ada dua course besar. Yang pertama adalah Math, oke, Math level 1, dan Reading and Writing, oke. And this diambil sekarang lebih pendek, dulu sampai 3 jam. Sekarang hanya 2 jam 40 menit. Dan di Maths level 1 ini adalah materinya materi tentang matematika SMA dari kelas 1 sampai kelas 3. So, mostly kalau Math itu lebih mudah karena Math di SMA itu lebih sulit dari Math-nya SAT. The things that is harder, after this I will show you the questions. Saya akan tunjukkan pertanyaannya. Dan kebanyakan yang susah adalah pertanyaan di reading and writing. Karena it is not about English proficiency test. Di SAT, terutama di reading and writing, itu bukan masalah tentang proficiency test. Bukan tes mengukur kebahasaan, tetapi comprehension, text and criticality. Jadi teksnya lebih kritis, yaitu pertama tentang word level pada level kata, yang kedua pada level teks, yang ketiga adalah pada level evaluasi efektivitas bahasa. Nah, ada 3 subjek ini. If for math, I think that for you akan lebih mudah, karena the questions is actually like what you have during your high school studies. Yeah, I think, but it is, I think, easiest. So the questions would be like this one. Okay, ini expand the questions like expression. Ini algebra biasa ya. You can do like, for example, this is X, so you can also see positive. Okay, probably wait seperti ini. Okay, so this is the easiest one. So a data set, ini untuk matematikanya. And yang paling susah itu tentang trigonometry. Okay, or advanced mathematics. Like, this is not the easier. So it's only 22 questions ya. Matematika lebih pendek dari dari 54 dikompres menjadi 22 per module, so you will have 44 questions. Nah, ini kita belajar functions. Jadi kalau math itu lebih mudah, but di English itu lebih mudah juga, tetapi harus dilatih. karena di sekolah nggak diajarkan tentang critical reading, but in SAT lebih ke critical reading. Oke, mungkin menjawab pertanyaan. Digital SAT itu DSAT, it stands for Digital SAT. PSAT stands for Paper SAT. Nah, sekarang SAT semuanya digital, yang paper itu sudah tidak ada lagi. Kalau paper itu dulu readingnya lebih panjang. Let me show you the type of the questions. Izinkan saya buka perbedaan digital SAT dengan paper SAT. Wait. Oke. Which one? Oke, ini adalah digital salah satu paper SAT. Dulu diterbitkan banyak dari McGraw-Hill. Terakhir McGraw-Hill menerbitkan buku tahun 2022. But we do not use this anymore ya. Kita nggak menggunakan buku ini lagi. But seperti apa sih perbedaan digital dan apa namanya paper? Nah, the questions like this one. Wah, where is it? Maaf, wait. Oke, kalau yang di paper dulu itu lebih banyak dan ada writingnya. Sekarang nggak ada writing. So the question see the reading text is seperti ini ya. Berarti ada satu reading text, pertanyaannya panjang. But right now is digital, satu text, satu questions. Oke, like this one. See the differences? Saya akan lihatkan perbedaannya ya. Berarti kalau perbedaan yang digital SAT itu pertanyaan lebih ringkas, padat, oke, tapi lebih kritis seperti one text, one questions, four options. But for the paper itu lebih banyak seperti ini. Satu teks, oke, satu teks panjang, and then multiple questions. Tapi sekarang we use digital one. Okay, let's see. Probably there is follow-up questions. Oh, the thing that yang ini lebih ke digital one, tetapi later on tesnya lebih pakai apa namanya dengan ini ya, dengan komputer. Oke, this is the digital SAT. Yang ini yang barusan kita practice is the digital one. It's not the paper SAT one. Oke. Kalau ada pertanyaan nanti bisa hubungi ini ya, nomor di chat, and we will help you. Okay. Any questions? Any more questions? We still have a few minutes. Oke, so ada ini ya, apa namanya? Pertanyaan is a good questions. Itu kapan sih ambil SAT? Lebih baik ambil SAT itu kelas 11 semester pertama atau kelas 10 semester kedua. Why? Karena biasanya pendaftaran SAT digunakan untuk pendaftaran ke luar negeri. Dan biasanya dibuka itu bulan-bulan Januari, Februari, Maret untuk pendaftaran ke luar negeri. Dan biasanya, penggunaan SAT itu lebih pas ambil kelas 10 semester 2 O kelas 11 karena pas hampir kelas 12 nanti sudah punya ininya apa namanya sertifikatnya. So nanti bisa digunakan sertifikatnya. Oke. So, yep. Eh untuk ikut kelas SAT bisa mulai dari kelas 10. Nanti kelas 11 sudah dapat apa namanya sertifikat eh SAT dan bisa digunakan untuk mendaftar. Oke, ada lagi? Any more questions? Ada pertanyaan lagi? Oke, welcome. Oke, any more questions? Ada pertanyaan? So untuk ambil SAT sebisa mungkin jangan kelas 12 ya, karena kalau kelas 12 apa SAT when you take a look on the schedule, bentar saya akan carikan schedule-nya SAT registration dates. So berbeda dengan TOEFL atau IELTS yang bisa diambil setiap bulan, SAT nggak bisa diambil setiap bulan. Oke, SAT nggak bisa diambil setiap bulan. Dia hanya bisa ambil August, September, Oktober, November, Desember, March, Mei, June. Nah, SAT kita akan dibuka 2 kali per tahun, yaitu untuk ambil di November, Desember, ambil Mei or June. Oke, so our SAT itu akan mulai dibuka Juli pertengahan, Januari awal to the second week of January. Anything else? Ada lagi yang mau ditanyakan? Oh, we have more questions now. Kelas kita dari pertengahan Juli sampai Oktober. Nah, di sela-sela tes kita akan menyediakan apa 3 kali tes atau trial test. Nanti bisa diakses. And then ini untuk menghadapi SAT di bulan November dan Desember. We have for about 32 meetings. Kita totalnya sekitar 32 meeting dan akan ada 16 meetings. Dan satu minggu 2 kali ya. Kita akan ada Math dulu 1 bulan, terus Inggris 1 bulan, Math 1 bulan, Inggris 1 bulan. Oke, so you can be more focused. Oke. Dan mungkin kita juga akan meramu yang bisa lebih nyaman, lebih fleksibel dan lebih pendek. But for now, we have a 32 meetings in total. Oke, ada we are not offering for the intensive. Mungkin kalau karena ini sesuai dengan ini ya arahan Princeton. So Princeton dia apa kita belum buka untuk yang intensif. Kita masih hanya menyediakan kelas reguler. Ya. So maybe Pak I do not know how to address it. Oke, Pak atau Ibu Selo nanti bisa hubungi apa admin untuk ambilnya kapan. Nanti kita bisa bantu untuk arrange kelasnya. Kalau sekarang I do not have authority untuk mengadakan kelas intensif. So later on depends on the demand. Kalau ada demandnya kita akan buka. Tapi untuk sekarang hanya ada regular. Oke, any more questions? Ada lagi pertanyaan? I do love questions. Saya suka pertanyaannya. Oke, kalau teman-teman ada apa namanya ingin bertanya-tanya mengenai kelas SAT atau kelas English lainnya, bisa hubungi ini ya. Apa nomor weekend yang 5858 terkait kelas yang akan dibuka. Oke, bisa juga tanya-tanya, datang, nanti mungkin kita bisa diskusi secara daring ya, untuk see the possibility. Okay, whether we have intensive, regular, or any class that we can offer. Oke, ada lagi teman-teman yang mau ditanyakan? Any more questions? Kalau membutuhkan info khusus atau pengen tanya-tanya sendiri, it's okay, bisa hubungi nomor yang tertera. But if you want to know or you are curious about something right now, you can address it now. We still have 4 minutes. Kita masih punya 4 menit. Okay, so no questions? Gak ada pertanyaan? Okay. So I always say to my class, so silence means no questions. Okay, so yes, you can, Andrew. So nanti seperti jadwalnya ini ya, sesuai jadwal. Jadi nunggu jadwal. Once once you finish the prep class, nanti akan dibantu untuk daftarnya. Oke, daftarnya kapan supaya nggak kelewatan karena ini ada deadline-nya. Oke, we help you dan nggak bisa langsung ambil karena jadwalnya dibuka tanggal ini saja. So you do not have more options. In 1 month, it's only 1 day test. Okay, we do not have, for example, sudah selesai di bulan Oktober, you cannot directly take the SAT, real SAT. No, you need to wait until November 8th or December 6th. Okay. So yeah. So pertanyaannya nggak bisa langsung ambil. You have to wait for the date. Oke, karena SAT nggak dibuka kapan saja. Because SAT is quite exclusive test. So yeah. Yep, of course. We have 3 simulations later on. Okay, 3 simulations, and we will give you some access, and you can do for about 3 to 4. So in total, you will probably have 7 times of simulations. Don't worry. We have 32 64 hours, okay, and you will have more simulations rather than theories, okay? So focus on how you do the questions and how would you face the real SAT test. Okay, so in short, you will have the questions and simulations. Okay, I think it's enough ya. Udah cukup ya teman-teman ya. Okay, thank you. If you want to see me or you want to discuss more, you can contact this number, and after that we can adjust for the meeting and you can talk. Okay, to discuss what class suits you best. Okay, terima kasih semuanya. Sampai jumpa ya. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming.